Well, y'all, I must say that went totally different than what I thought. It really did. I honestly thought that she would.
What's going on, y'all? Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm. Hope you guys are having the best day ever today. It is a steamy day. That old humidity has inched its way back into Alabama. We had us a break there for about a week. Temperatures really didn't get that low, but the humidity did, and it's back. I'm in the greenhouse, and I got to show y'all something while I'm in the greenhouse, and that is I have started Project Alabama Potager Garden, and I started in the greenhouse. The greenhouse it has been a mess. I never had it really like I wanted it from the get-go. It's been a mess, and I've been working on this for about, I don't know, 3 days. It really does get pretty hot in this greenhouse, as you can imagine. Even with the sides rolled up and the front door open, it still gets pretty warm in here. But I have started on getting this thing straightened out and getting it like I want it. Finally, I'm thinking about putting a raised bed in here because I got a greenhouse heater right there from Grower Solutions that I got to get hooked up before winter comes. There's several things that need to be done before that can happen besides just hanging it. One being power, but I already got the conduit or the pipe ran under the ground to over here for the power. You can actually see it stubbed up right there, and it goes to the panel boxes over there. So got to get that wire ran so I can have power over here. But this heater works off gas. It's a gas heat, and our tank is right there, so it's not that far of a run. But I got to get the gas company to come out here and run me a line from there to over here as well. And of course I got to hang it and all that kind of good stuff, and I'm not for sure how to vent it and all that. I'm planning on taking a trip to Pedals. Haven't been to Pedals in a while because it's just been too hot. I really can't plant anything, once May's over with. Honestly, it's, planting season's done for us. Unless you just want to sit out there and water it every day. We usually don't plant until the fall and spring months. But I want to run the Pedals and see how they got theirs installed to give me an idea, take a bunch of pictures so I can get this one done right as well. I don't know if you guys remember last year, Brooke found this amazing deal on Facebook on this teak potting bench. It's just been kind of sitting over here in the corner, and I haven't used it, none, haven't used it yet at all. I finally get to use the potting bench. Ooh, one other thing. So I've started more seeds. I've started more calendula, and I started something that I have never, ever, ever started from seed or grown from seed, and that is snapdragons. Snapdragons is Brooke's favorite, or one of Brooke's favorite flowers, and I love them too. So I decided to start snaps from seed, and I'm gonna tell y'all, that is by far the smallest seed I have ever dealt with. Oh my gracious. I don't know how in the world. I know that that there's going to be some spots missing. I know there's probably going to be 3, 4, maybe even more, maybe even 6, 7 seeds in one seed cell there in the trays. It was unbelievable how tiny they were. It really is. Now I know you can do the trick where you put them in a plate and take a wet toothpick, and I just didn't want to do that. I don't have the patience for that, really. I really don't. And, I planted, I think, 300 of them. It is what it is. If they come up, then we're just going to pull them out and plant them in the ground just like it stands. Oh, but look at here. The cilantro's starting to come up right here. That's all cilantro, but no parsley yet, which I find a little odd. I figured the cilantro would be last to come up because the seed's really, really thick. It almost looks like an okra seed. we definitely gonna get this place cleaned up and get it going back here. This is my #1 goal this fall, is to complete this garden space back here. And I say complete, this is never gonna be complete. We're always gonna be adding to it, but for the most part, get it, the fence put in, get the beds put in, the iron gates that we got. I wanna get all that done this year. And this is a #1 goal. #2 goal is, and that is to get the trellising system put up for the fruit orchard. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? Oh. How's everybody doing this morning? I see Jesse and Honey down there by the forest line. Y'all having a good morning this morning? Yeah, I know the humidity's back. It is back. Absolutely. Absolutely, it's back. What's going on, Skipper Tipper? Tipper's cleaning up some leftover alfalfa hay there for Capri. Morning, boss lady. How you doing, baby girl? Give them some minerals here this morning. Is that right, Big Daddy? Is that right? That's what makes that beard blue, isn't it? Oh, I knew it wouldn't be long. I knew it wouldn't be long for you two to come up here and see me this morning. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Oh, goodness. Let's go check on Snow White this morning. Got an idea with Snow White that we're gonna try. Just an experiment. Right, honey? If I don't pay attention to Honey, she wants to nibble on me. I see you. I see you, okay? I see you, girl. I gotta go check on Snow White. Good morning, Snow White. How you doing, girl? How you doing this morning? Say, how you doing this morning? Looking beautiful as ever? Yeah, looking beautiful here. So y'all know we're tossing around ideas on, you know, where Snow White's permanent home may be. And it may be in this barn stall in this area right here. Who knows? Because it's got to be safe no matter what. It's got to be safe because it's obviously that she can't fly. And we know that she's blind in one eye. We're not quite sure how well she sees out of the other one. I'm not for sure if the drops helped any or not. They may have. They may have. But that was only for 7 days. And we think she can pick up light maybe a little better. But she definitely can't see out of that left eye whatsoever. And so we've been thinking about, you know, what we could put in here with her. We thought about silkies, and we may do silkies. Another idea that's came up is getting a gosling and let it, you know, live in here with her as it grows. And she could have a goose buddy, because geese really do make great companions for other animals. They really, 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 really do. The geese will bond with just about anything to some degree, you know, like cheese and the chickens out there. So that's a possibility, is to get her a goose. Some have asked, why don't we put James Bird or Scott Jr. in here? And he wouldn't stay. He just wouldn't stay. I mean, a typical peacock that's, you know, not blind and, you know, can't fly well, can jump 6 foot in the air flat-footed without flapping a wing, can just jump that high, let alone how well they can fly. They're great flyers. Even though, you know, a male peacock's got that huge tail, they still can fly very, very well. So whatever we put in here with her has to be nice and docile and can't fly. That's the two things. So we could even possibly during the spring, if she starts nesting, to slip maybe a silky egg under her or a goose egg under her and let them hatch and let them, you know, let her raise them. as if it's one of her own. That would probably be the best scenario right there, because it would bond with her and she would more likely bond with it. If we were to introduce a baby gosling in here now, she may not accept it and she could possibly hurt it, or even worse. And the same with a little chick. She could possibly do the same thing there. So that's kind of probably the best case scenario, is probably springtime, or when peacocks are naturally in season, and her clock probably will get reset and she'll get back on schedule. If that happens, that probably will be our best case scenario right there. But some of y'all have also suggested this, and that is this: why don't we put Snow White in the aviary right here with the doves and the Victorian crown pigeons? Right now we don't want to do that, but this option is open. It is available. What's going on, Scott? Hey, buddy. Y'all ask about the call ducks. There's one call duck right there. Y'all see him? I hear you, Scott. Who you tooting at, buddy? But putting Snow White in here, we're not ruling that option out. But Mary Carl seems to think, and Brooke seems to think as well, it may not be a great idea. But again, we're not going to rule this out. But it's mainly because that the Victorian crown pigeons, who are as big, if not bigger than she is, are ground dwellers, just like her. And they may not get along, and Snow White will be at a big disadvantage because those guys can fly. They're bigger than she is, and they are so strong, y'all. You would not believe how strong those guys are, and their defense is they wing slap, and it is powerful. But we're not ruling this out. I hear you, partner. I hear you. Everybody else hears you too. Yep. Oh, me. But right now, that's why we haven't put her in here yet. You got them stirred up, buddy. You got them stirred up. But I also saw several comments that made a light bulb go off, and we thought it was a great idea, and that is this. What if we were to introduce a mirror to Snow White? How would she react to it? There's only one way to find out. So we're going to get a mirror, we're going to put it in here and see if that does anything. We also can see if she's any aggressive or shows any aggression towards it whatsoever. She may not do anything at all. A lot of animals don't recognize mirrors, so it will be interesting to see, but birds typically do. You know, you can put a mirror in a cage, you know, for a parakeet or something like that, and that seems to work with those. So that might work with Snow White. And isn't it kind of ironic that we're going to put a mirror in here with Snow White? I mean, you know, with the story and all, and the mirror, mirror on the wall.
Who is the fairest one of all?
All right, girl. Mama got your mirror cleaned up, and let's see what happens. Before we do this, what do you guys think? What do you think she's gonna do? She gonna look at it like this, or she gonna ignore it, or she gonna attack it?
And how are we going to make her realize it's there?
We'll just wait a few minutes here. I think she'll go over there.
Just a little bit further.
You're almost there. She sees something's different over there.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I look over here, I see that. And then when I look over here, I see the same thing. Huh.
She does what she can with that left eye to try to
Yeah.
gather some light. And
She does use it. One more step. One more step, girl. Here we go. Come on, girl. You're right there. Here we go.
something's on the roof.
Something's on the roof.
She saw it, and then
She
the
saw it.
noise distracted her. I'd say she's very curious. She saw you in the mirror.
Oh, she did. Sorry, girl.
She's touching it.
Is she? I think she likes it.
I think so too. Look at how gentle she is.
She's really gentle.
I mean, if she didn't like it, she would attack it.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably thinking, you are so beautiful. Uh-oh, she touched it.
Did she? I heard
Made
it
a
click.
noise. Look at her, Dyson.
Oh my gracious.
She's so sweet.
Too bad we can't find a peacock that can't
like-
fly.
It's like her.
Just like her. That's gonna be hard to do. I'll secure your mirror so it don't fall, okay? Alright,
Ready?
ready.
Okay. It even looks nice. Yeah, there's no way that's coming down.
Now, it's safe. It's safe, girl. Well, y'all, I must say that went totally different than what I thought. It really did. I honestly thought that she would, she may look at it for a few minutes and then that'd be it. She would be ignoring it and not paying any attention to it. So, but we do have to be extremely careful and cautious what we add in there with her. That's obvious. We do not want to traumatize her any more than she's already been. You know what I mean? We don't want to make things worse for her. We don't know what all she's been through. Obviously, she can't fly and she can't see real good, and she's pretty much completely blind in that left eye. So we do not want to put something in there with her that's going to attack or pick or bully or or anything like that. So we got to be extremely picky and cautious as to what we add in there with her. And that's why we're not, just being hasty or making a hasty decision and getting something and putting it in there with her, because it's got to be near about perfect. Hey girl, I got you a pear. We're gonna get you some more pears in there. There you go. There you go. Y'all see her eating them pears? We give her that treat every day. Yeah, we'll give you that treat every day, girl. Absolutely.